ng hormones, hahanapin yan. Bakit hindi yung, let's say, thyroid stimulating hormone, bakit hindi yung gonads ang ini-stimulate na? Okay, you know why, no? There are receptors specific for these hormones, and it is just remarkable how the body navigates through the complexity of the human body and find its rightful place kung saan siya dapat umepekto. Now, the master gland na tinatawag, the pituitary gland, is located deep within the brain. Okay? Malalim na malalim yan sa utak. Okay? Just to show you ang nangyayari dyan, okay? A very busy slide. Okay? Alam natin ang hormones ng pituitary gland divided roughly into two lobes, your anterior and posterior pituitary. Diyan makikita nyo, there are many hormones, mga feedback mechanisms. These are the hormones, these are the glands, these are the stimulating hormones, stimulating hormones, all to effect changes sa katawan. Okay? From the moment we're born until tumanda na tayo. So, makikita nyo, involved ang brain, kidneys, reproductive organs, bone, skeletal muscles, and various tissues. Okay? Nandito ang reproductive gland, adrenal cortex, thyroid gland. Lahat ito ay kailangan ma-orchestrate na ang function nila will be in conjunction and actually supplementary to the function of the other glands. And to take care of that matter, okay, the hormones will emanate from what you call the master gland or the pituitary gland. So it is the objective of this lecture to explain these interrelationships of anatomy and functions of the hypothalamus and the lobes of the pituitary gland, identify the two hormones from your posterior pituitary gland, the target cells and their principal actions, and the 6 hormones from the anterior lobe of your pituitary gland, similarly target cells, actions, and their regulation by the hypothalamus. So your hypothalamus and pituitary gland are closely, not only anatomically, but especially functionally close to each other and interrelated. Hindi pwedeng wala yung isa. Okay. Your anterior and posterior lobes of the pituitary, dalawa yan, lobe. Okay. First, para maintindihan natin, umpisahan natin kung saan nag-uumpisa lahat. Sa hypothalamus. Sa hypothalamus, okay, located deep in the brain, anterior and inferior to the thalamus. It is embedded in a bony, small bony pocket called the
Cella.
Okay. That is in the diencephalon. Okay, it consists of 2 lobes. The exam na lang tayo, alam mo na eh. Okay? Saan? Anatomy. Anatomy yan. Ibang madaming anatomy review dito. Now, it consists of these 2 lobes which are derived from 2 distinct embryonic origins. The posterior lobe or your neurohypophysis comes from a neural tissue outgrowth and contains glial cells. Your anterior or adenohypophysis comes from your Rathke's pouch, and it is a glandular tissue that develops from your primitive digestive tract. Okay, konting embryonic. Now, kung titignan nyo, magulo siya, no? Yung anterior pituitary gland, dun muna tayo. Anterior pituitary gland or your adenohypophysis, yan ang nagsisecrete ng mga stimulating hormones. Okay? What does it stimulate? The hypothalamus to it will come from there to stimulate your pituitary gland. Tama? So, Diyan makikita mo, okay, it will secrete. Actually, mas maganda yung susunod. Yung lobe na yan, okay, coming from the anterior lobe, most of the hormones in your anterior lobe, okay, growth hormone, which is a protein. Okay. Now, the growth hormone, as it says, promotes growth sa lahat ng tissue na pwedeng lumaki, doon siya nag-exert ng effort. And primarily, ang apektado niya is protein formation, protein synthesis, cell multiplication, and cell differentiation. So yung sa anterior, there are actually 6. Okay? Growth hormone, ACTH, TSH, prolactin, follicle-stimulating hormone, and your luteinizing hormone. ACTH is a peptide, stimulates hormone released by the adrenal cortex, affects metabolism of glucose, proteins, and fats. Thyroid-stimulating hormones stimulates of course, the thyroid. Okay? Yung production niya ng T3 and T4, which is the more active form of thyroid hormone. T4, okay? Your T4 is the more active hormone than thyroid. Now, it will stimulate the release of these hormones and the rate at which they will control most intracellular chemical reactions. So, metabolism ang i-control ng thyroid. Prolactin promotes milk production from mammary glands. Okay? Yung mga nagbubuntis dyan. Follicle-stimulating hormone. Bago ka magbuntis, kailangan develop muna ang mga follicles mo. Stimulates gamete production in gonads. And your luteinizing hormone stimulates androgen production by the gonads. Sa posterior pituitary gland naman, you have 2. Your ADH and your oxytocin. ADH controls water excretion in the urine, therefore it will help in water concentration in body fluids. Ang oxytocin helps express milk from the glands of the breast, and towards the end of your parturition, it will help in the delivery. Okay, may intermediate zone, melanocyte-stimulating hormones, minor lang to actually, hindi nga ito recognized masyado, pero it is involved in the stimulation of melanin formation in melanocytes. Okay, now, what are the different cell types in your anterior pituitary? Well, you have somatotropes, corticotropes, thyrotropes, gonadotropes, and lactotropes. Ano ba itong mga ito? Somatotropes, they are the ones, the cells that produce your growth hormones, and 30 to 40% of your anterior pituitary gland is dedicated to the production of growth hormones. Corticotropes produces ACTH, thyrotropes, TSH. Okay? So, ano lang yan, maliliit lang ang mga percentages. Gonadotropes, yan, it's for FSH and LH, and your lactotropes is for prolactin production. Okay. Yun ang different cell types sa adenohypophysis. Ano ang pinaka-epekto niyan? Ayan na naman tayo. Okay, somatotropes, growth hormones. Sabi nga natin, i-influensyahan niyan lahat ng tissues na katawan that is capable of growing. Kaya ang growth hormone stimulates body growth, secretion of IGF-1, that is, mamaya natin pag-uusapan yan, stimulates lipolysis. Okay, i-breakdown niya ang fat stores, inhibits actions of insulin on carbohydrate and lipid metabolism. So, kino-conserve niyan ang carbohydrates at ginagamit niya instead, binibreakdown niya ang fat stores. Kaya, ang growth hormone, pwede niyang papayatin. Okay? Lean body mass ang magiging body type mo pag yan lang ang umaat sa katawan mo at wala kang kinakain. ACTH, production of glucocorticoids and androgens by the adrenal cortex. Okay, maintain size of your zona fasciculata and zona reticularis of the cortex. Sa thyroid, thyrotropes, your TSH, okay, stimulates production of thyroid hormones by the thyroid follicles. Maintain size of your thyroid follicles. Gonadotropes, FSH, yung sinabi na natin kanina, regulates spermatogenesis in the testes, causes ovulation and formation of corpus luteum in the ovary. Ganoon din itong luteinizing hormone, okay? Yan yung sa corpus luteum, stimulates production of estrogen naman and progesterone. And of course, prolactin for milk secretion and production. Are we clear so far? Okay, so actually, at this point, na discuss natin is actually your pituitary anatomy, the hormones therein, and the actions thereof. Yun lang muna. Okay? Now, sa posterior naman, oxytocin and vasopressin, they are actually synthesized by cell bodies located in the hypothalamus. Okay? Yung vasopressin or your ADH comes from your supraoptic nuclei and your oxytocin from your paraventricular nuclei. Okay? And they are transported down axons similar to the transport of nerve impulses. And they are stored and released from your posterior pituitary. Paano nila ina-accomplish yun? Okay, well, ito muna. Secretion from your posterior pituitary is controlled by nerve signals. Okay? They originate in the hypothalamus and terminate sa posterior pituitary. So may connection na yan. Makikita nyo. Okay. Now, this, yung sa anterior naman, is controlled by hormones called hypothalamic, releasing the hypothalamic inhibitory hormones, secreted again within your hypothalamus. Okay? Then they are conducted through the hypothalamic hypophyseal portal vessels. So your hypothalamus and your hypophysis are connected. Meron siya talagang connection. Okay? Now, sa anterior pituitary, these releasing and inhibitory hormones will act on the glandular cells to control their secretion. They are either stimulated to produce and release it, or they are inhibited from releasing it, depending on the concomitant body conditions. Okay? So, ang negative mechanism, negative feedback sa katawan is all-encompassing. Madaming mga system sa katawan that thrive on these feedback mechanisms. And that pituitary gland is one of them. Right? Ano ba yung portal system na yan? It is a network of blood vessels that connects the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. Okay. Connected sila talaga. So, dyan merong forever. Dahil may connection sila. It is vital for the normal functioning of your pituitary gland. Okay? So, makita niyo dyan sa illustration, you can see your hypothalamic neurons, your capillary network, tapos meron kang superior hypophyseal artery, anterior pituitary capillary network, and your inferior hypophyseal artery. So it is a very vascular part. Except, of course, yung avascular part in between these two lobes called your pars intermedius, which is usually avascular. Okay? Now, itong portal system na to carries chemical messengers called neurohormones from the hypothalamus to your pituitary gland. They can either stimulate or inhibit the release of hormones, and this will allow the rapid exchange of hormones between the hypothalamus and your pituitary gland. Okay? Do we follow so far? Yes? Simple lang, no? Simple lang siya. Talaga. Binasa niyo ba yung chapter 76? I read it again last night. It is such a nice chapter, yung chapter 76. Read it. Madaming wala dito. Okay? Baka yun ang tanongin ko. Alam niyo naman ako, mahilig ako sa libro, diba? Read, ganito, please. Ito yung chapter 76, maganda to. Okay. What does this hypothalamic hypophyseal portal system transport? Okay, of course, the hormones such as your GRH, corticotropic releasing hormone, GHRH, and thyrotropin releasing hormone, mga TRH. Yan ang mga magagaling sa hypothalamus. Dadalhin siya. Why is it important? It will help maintain homeostasis by regulating pituitary function. Siyempre, hindi naman siya basta pag-release lang, baka lang makapag-release, tapos i-excrete mo din sa urine. It has a function. Remember, each of these hormones have their own functions. Paliwanag sa inyo kahapon. Okay? And once it is released to your bloodstream, that is when it will go to your target cells where it will exert its action. So, the system is a direct connection between the hypothalamic hormone release and the cells of your anterior pituitary. Okay. Ano yung tinatawag na GHRH and GIRH? GHRH ko lang. These are the major hypothalamic releasing and inhibitory hormones. GHRH, what does it do? Okay. Stimulates release of GH from your anterior pituitary. Releasing. TRH, similarly, ganon ang effect niya. Release of TSH from your anterior pituitary. So, itong axis na to is actually stimulating glands. Kaya nga, master gland. It releases hormones to stimulate or inhibit hormones also. Kaya nga, master gland. Kaya kung titignan nyo, GHRH is a hormone coming from your hypothalamus to your anterior pituitary. TRH, hypothalamus to your anterior pituitary. Corticotropin releasing hormone, hypothalamus to anterior pituitary. Yan lang ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Yung mga effect yan sa thyroid, next week. Parathyroid, next week. ACTH, during Dr. Bagtilai's time, pati sa pancreas kasama yan, pati sa renal natin, next term. Okay? Growth hormones, itong mga prolactin, mga luteinizing hormone, FSH, sa reproductive, ang mag-aano sa inyo, si Dr. Domingo N.B. Putaran. Alright? So, kung makikita niyo na, gonadotropin releasing hormone, somatostatin, hypothalamus to anterior pituitary, hypothalamus to anterior pituitary. Ganun lang ang binabiyahe niya. So, ang biyahe niya, mga ganito. Okay? 1 centimeter lang yan. Right? So, pag yan, okay. Growth hormone, punta tayo dyan. Or, somatotropin, small protein, 191 amino acids, molecular weight 22,000, causes growth of all tissues that are capable of growing. Sabi na natin kanina yan. Increased size of cells, mitosis, development of greater numbers of cells, differentiation, such as bone growth cells and early muscle cells. Yan ang scope ng growth hormone. So ano scope niya? Lahat ng dapat kailangan lumaki. Yung mga kulang ang laki dito, baka nagka-problema kayo noon, hindi nasasabi ng nanay. Yung mga sobrang malaki, baka may hindi din sinabi si nanay siya. Okay. Growth Pero, aside from growing, saan mas importante ang growth hormone? Tatlo yan. Number one, increased rate of protein synthesis in most cells of the body. You know that the proteins are the building blocks of our body, and hindi pwedeng mawala ang protein synthesis. In fact, di ba, ano sinasabi natin? While growing kids kayo, yung mga bata, adolescents, pakanin ng gusto, pakanin, bigyan ng star margarine, bigyan ng baboy, I mean proteins, because that will aid in their growth. Second, growth hormones will increase mobilization of fatty acids from adipose tissue. It will increase free fatty acids in the blood and increase the use of free fatty acids for energy. So, fats ang i-breakdown niya. So, growth hormones, pampasexy yan. And it will decrease the rate of glucose utilization throughout the body. So, in short, growth hormones enhances body protein, uses up fat stores, and conserves energy, carbohydrates. Yan ang pinaka-main effects ng growth hormones. And it is through that it sustains growth. Right? On protein metabolism, anabolic, ibig sabihin, it will build up. No? It will directly influence yan. Transport of most amino acids from the cell membrane to the interior of the cells, increase the concentration sa cells ng amino acids, okay? It will stimulate transcription of DNA in the nucleus, increases RNA translation, and it will decrease the breakdown of cell proteins. Kaya mayroon kang build up ng protein stores. Okay? Ito yun. Nasa libro yan. On fat metabolism, it is ketogenic. Bakit siya gano'n? It will cause release of fatty acids from your adipose tissue. It will increase concentration of fatty acids in the body fluids. And through your biochemical processes of increasing acetyl-CoA, gagamitin siya na for energy, there will be a breakdown of your fat stores. Kaya yan, increase in lean body mass. Pure muscle yan. Wala masyadong fats. Now, because of this, large quantities of acetoacetic acid, ano ang role ng acetoacetic acid? Ketone formation are formed in the liver and releases into the body fluids called ketosis. Kaya yan yung madalas yung nakikita sa ultrasound na fatty liver. So, growth hormone is somehow instrumental also in the formation of fatty liver. But do not worry, basta ang fatty liver nyo ay mild lang, okay ba yan? Huwag lang siyang magiging severe because you know that severe fatty liver can lead to cirrhosis of the liver. Now, at one point of our lives or another, lahat tayo nagkaka-fatty liver. Alam niyo naman, filter din ang liver. Okay? So, ang mga fatty foods, mga iniinom natin, at mga iniinom pa natin. Yung inom, ha? Ano yan? Tuso yan. High-fat diet, lahat yan. Could contribute to fatty liver. At hindi totoo na tunawin natin sa pamamagitan ng alcohol. Hindi totoo yun. Okay? Lalo lang, pag-i-disglasya ang liver niyo. Drink moderately. Okay? So, fatty liver. Oh, carbohydrate, metabolism mo naman. Okay. Bakit? Decreased glucose uptake in tissues. Okay? Hindi siya mag-uptake niya, such as skeletal muscle and fat. And as such, you will have an increased glucose production by the liver. Okay. Now, dahil dyan, magkakaroon ka na increased insulin secretion, which is a condition that you will find sa hyperglycemia. Kaya at this point, para tumalabas siya, diabetogenic condition ang na-stimulate din ng growth hormones. Okay? Tapos, dinidecrease niya ang action ng insulin, okay, to stimulate the uptake and our utilization of glucose in skeletal muscles. Because of that, increased blood glucose concentration, compensatory increase in insulin. Okay? Yung mga mechanism na ganyan, tatandaan nyo, ha? Dahil kasi, remember, mechanistic tayo dito sa physiology. Tapos, pagkatapos ng fact dev namin last month, natuto na kami ngayon, gumawa ng mas malupit na question. Some of those questions na encounter nyo na, pero okay din. Basta yung question is clear. It conveys what it wants to convey, and the answers given to you are tawag namin doon, homogeneous. Hindi na ba, homogeneous. When you say homogeneous, when I ask, let's say, about the pituitary system, ang mga choices ko will be, let's say, GHRH, PRH, ACTH, tapos wala kang makikita dyan ng ano, like let's say, anti-natriuretic peptide sa puso. Dati kasi may gano'n. Pero sa mga natutunan namin, we have learned to make choices homogeneous. So pag inatong anterior pituitary lang, expected ko yung choices na. Hopefully, we can maintain that, okay, from now on. Right? Clear? Kung bakit diabetogenic. Right? Cartilage and bone growth. Yan ang isa din na apektado ng growth hormones. Now, magkakaroon ka ng increased deposition of protein by the chondrocytic and osteogenic cells that causes bone growth. Saan yun usually? Doon siya sa may bandang epiphyseal plate. Okay? That is where bone growth happens. Now, magkakaroon nga ng increased rate of reproduction of these cells, which will convert your chondrocytes into osteogenic cells, thereby causing deposition of new bone and resorbing your cartilage. Magdideposit ko ng protein, may bago kang cartilage, pero meron sa ilalim nun na new bone formation. So your epiphyseal to epiphyseal distance, yung shaft, pahaba ng pahaba until the end of your adolescence. Okay? So ganun ang nangyayari dyan. Shaft mo ang lalabas. So yan, long bones grow in length at the epiphyseal cartilages, lengthening of the shaft, pushing the epiphysis farther apart. Okay, GH strongly stimulates osteoblasts. So talagang yung bone formation, tuloy-tuloy yan, hindi man siya humahaba, humakapag siya. So it becomes thicker throughout life, yung membranous walls. Now, minsan yung mga ganyan, especially in pathologic conditions, yung jawbone, ano lumalabas? Protrusion of the chin and lower teeth. Nahahakot. Alam niyo hakot? Hakot. Pero protrusion of the chin and lower teeth. Okay? Skull naman, bony protrusions over the eyes, dito. Yung tinatawag na frontal bossing. Dito. Kita na. Sino mahilig sa James Bond? Nabutan mo sa James Bond. Moonraker. Sino yung pagkabito doon? The big guy? O yun, Afro-American rin. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about? Nakita nila yung Instagram. Malaki, 70-footer, baka ng ngipin. Anyway, that's part of the James Bond thing. Pero yun ang acromegaly. Kita mo kamay nun, frontal bossing, kasi na hakog. Okay, protrude to. Yeah? Alright. Okay. Ito yung sinabi natin kanina. Apparently, the effects of growth hormones are mediated by certain other substances. Yung mga somatotropins, ito yung mga tinatawag na growth factors, intrinsic growth factors. Okay? They have a potent effect of increasing all aspects of bone growth. So hindi ang mga contentious issues among physiologists now is not only GH, hindi lang yung GH mismo, baka there are those intermediaries that actually facilitate or intermediate the functions of your growth hormone. And one of them is yun na, somatomidin, IGF. Ito, paano nila na-discover ito? Among the pygmies of Africa, meron silang congenital inability to synthesize significant amount of somatomidin C. Therefore, ang plasma concentrations of growth hormones nila either normal or high, pero bakit ganun? Maliit pa rin ang stature nila. So there must be a key, not only growth hormone, and one of those things that they are looking at is somatomidins. Kailangan din ng growth hormone na magpa-facilitate ng action niya. Right? That is the so-called Levi-Lorraine dwarf. Okay? Yan yung mga pygmies of Africa. Now, ganito yan. Ang half-life ng growth hormone, kaya nandyan nasabi na baka merong iba na nagbibigay or nagpa-facilitate ng growth process. Dahil ang growth hormone, ang half-life niya, maigsi lang. At ang mga somatomidins, ang matagal ang half-life. So there is a longer stimulation of growth coming from your IGF, your somatomidins, than from your growth hormone per se. Okay. Dito, pinapakita lang yan. Okay. Where do we usually get growth hormones? They benefit deep sleep, the first 2 hours of sleep. Doon tataas. Yan. Nakita nyo around midnight. But also during strenuous exercise. So yung sinasabi nila, burn your fats is actually one of the effects of growth hormones. Kaya ka pinag-exercise. With strenuous exercise, you increase your growth hormone secretion, which will in turn exert its effort, diniscuss natin kanina, build up proteins, and build up muscles sa mga nag-exercise. At so-called, nabe-burn daw yung fat dahil sa growth hormone effects. Okay? Clear? Clear. Okay. Saan ako na itatanong yan? Next week. Okay. After adolescence, ito lang yung pinapakita, regulation of pH secretion. After adolescence, secretion with aging of GH goes down. Okay? Usually yan sa adult, 1.6 na naman hanggang 3 nanograms. Pag child, doble or adolescent. Okay? First 2 hours of deep sleep. Prolonged starvation, nandun siya. Okay? Bakit niya gagawin yun? Sa prolonged starvation. Why? Why hindi tataas ang nanogram? Anong action niya ang potentiate? Okay? So, dadami, prolonged starvation. Dadami ang GH secretion mo. Bakit siya magkakagano? Diba? To conserve your proteins, your carbohydrates, and at the same time, it will break down your fats. Okay? Now, meron namang pagkakataon na may acute hypoglycemia. Sumobra gutom. Hypoglycemia is now known to be a more potent stimulant of GH secretion than decreased protein synthesis. Remember, GH is involved primarily in protein synthesis. Pag nakadetect yan ng breakdown sa muscles mo, tumataas ang growth hormone secretion para mag-protein synthesis. Pero pag may hypoglycemia ka, mas malakas yun mag-stimulate ng growth hormone release than actual protein deprivation. Okay? Acute. Chronic naman, baliktad. Mas malakas mag-stimulate ng GH secretion ang chronic protein depletion, as in yung talagang chronic malnutrition, kesa sa glucose hypoglycemia. Now, during these experiments, nakita yung severely protein deficient mga kwashiorkor, nakita ang growth hormone level nila mataas. Pero syempre, hindi mo pwedeng pabayaan mataas na mataas yan. May protein deficiency na eh. Sinusubukan niya mag-build up ng protein, protein deficient. So, secret siya ng secret ng GH. So, sinubukan nila, baka pwedeng lagyan natin ito ng carbohydrate in terms of to give that energy. And nakita nyo ang growth hormone halos hindi bumaba. Ayan, that's experiment na yan. So, kailangan mo pa rin bigyan ng proteins. Hindi pwedeng panay carbohydrate. Meron din lang limit yan in building up your protein stores. So, when you talk about protein synthesis, kailangan may supplementation na. Hindi kayo pwede basta umasa sa growth hormone, conserve na, i-build up na. Kailangan, you have to give it something to build on. Okay? Nung binigyan ng protein, so, GH level went down. Okay. What are the factors that stimulate and inhibit GH secretion? Okay? Rough, ano lang to? Okay? Stimulates growth hormone secretion, decrease blood glucose, decrease blood-free fatty acids, starvation, binanggit ko natin, trauma, stress, excitement, pag na-excite kayo, o kaya pag kinulpi kayo, o kaya na-stress kayo, mag-i-exam na naman. Hindi umanggit yan kung stress or excitement. Excited kayo mag-exam o na-stress kayo mag-exam, pareho effect. I-stimulate doon ang growth hormone secretion. Okay? Deep sleep, okay, GHRH. Inhibits growth, yung kabaligtaran na. Increased blood glucose, increased blood-free fatty acids. Di-discuss na natin yung mechanisms na. Okay? Question so far? Ano ang growth hormone levels nyo ngayon? Mataas, mababa? May mababa, may mataas. Mataas. Bakit? Na-stress kayo? Sabi mo kasi, alam mo itong pinag-uusapan natin ito. Gaganon, naiyayayan. Diba? Hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Yun ang alam. Do not sweat it. Huwag nyo, grabe naman, ang bilis ng lecture. Yun na yun, hindi na di-discuss. Because these will be discussed in the subsequent weeks na. Yung pinaka-effect, like let's say thyroid. Dr. Gina will discuss that on Wednesday, next week. Effects na thyroid. Tapos yung mga gonads na ganyan, saan yan? 4th week, insulin. In the 3rd week, diabetes. Alright? So, pinapaliwanag ko lang sa inyo kung ano ito. Pero, hindi ko. Endorse ko ulit si Gayton, chapter 76. Basahin niyo yun. Ang linaw-linaw. Ano ngayon daw ang role ng hypothalamus? Part of the hypothalamus and GHRH coming from your ventricular nucleus. Okay, secretes that hormone. Okay? Now, yung area na yan is that same thing sensitive to glucose. So, during those times na nagugutom kayo, nabubusog kayo, yan ang na-stimulate. Okay? So, pag nagutom ka, your growth hormone releasing hormone will increase. Now, the short-term effect nito is that it will increase calcium ion transport into the cell. Okay, within minutes, magkakaroon na ng fusion ng mga hormone secretory vesicles. At the end of your, dun sa axonal ends nila, coming from your hypothalamus, so nasa ano na siya, anterior pituitary, you have secretory vesicles there. Now with calcium, mag-fuse siya with your cell membrane and cause the release of the hormone in the anterior pituitary into the bloodstream. Long-term effect sa mga transcription ng nucleus by the genes to stimulate new growth hormone synthesis. Hindi ko alam yung mga tingin nyo kung naiintindihan yung intindi nyo lang o wala kayong naiintindihan. Simple lang to, simple lang. Pagkatapos nito, tonight, read the book. Swak yan. Okay? Apply. Next week, okay. Next week, on Tuesday, magle-lecture ako on parathyroid gland. Okay? That's Tuesday afternoon tayo. Then we will have a quiz on pituitary gland and the hypothalamus. Tuesday. Then we will have activities related to this. But ibibigay ko na lang yung mga works nyo on Tuesday. Okay? Oh, ito, pinapakita nito. Kaya kung hindi pinakita yung slides, you have to read on that yung mga abnormalities. Gigantism, dwarfism, acromegaly. Okay. Ito, anong problema dito? Acromed. Yan, ang nasa kaliwa. Tingnan nyo ang mga paa. Tingnan nyo ang mga kamay. Okay. Nanghirap makaaway ng gigantism. Tingnan mo yung tatama sa iyo na kamay at sa kapal. Next. Ano to? Extremes. Gigantism and your dwarfism. Okay? Why is it happening? Itatanong ko sa inyo yan. Sabi ko sa inyo, you read your book, ha? Ito na si ako. Lower jaw is protruding, lower teeth protruding. Okay? Tignan niyo yung labi. Makapal yung labi. Macroglossia. Malaki ang tongue. Kaya di ba yung effect niya? Growth hormone, excessive yan. Depende yan, ha? That's one thing I want you to read on. What will the effect be before adolescence and after adolescence? Pag mataas ang growth hormone secretion. Magkaiba yan. These are some of the cases. Yung nasa gitna na yan, yan ang frontal dosing. Sino? Parphonic syndrome, di ba? Si Abe Lincoln, di ba? Alright? Growth hormone and aging. Okay. And now, yung daw mga walang growth hormone pero bata pa lang mas mukhang patanda lumalabas. Why? Because there will be decreased protein deposition in most tissues, increased fat deposition, therefore there will be increased wrinkling of the skin, tapos yung functions of the organs, iba, diminished muscle mass and strength. Alright? Meron na tayong growth hormone capsules. Okay, are there any questions? Bilis. May tanong? So, malinaw ang activities natin next week, ha? You will have a quiz. We will have a lecture, a quiz on this, lecture on parathyroid. And then, meron tayo activities. Okay, with PSG, iniisip ko pa kung anong pinaka-effective sa inyo. Okay? Ano susunod nyo? Biochem? Summary. Who wants to summarize the lecture? Summarize. Someone? Anyone? Lance, would you like to summarize? Tapos may susunod sa kanya, tulungan niyo sila.
So, for today's topic, we discuss about the pituitary gland and its relation to the hypothalamus. There are two lobes sa may pituitary gland natin, the anterior, also known as the adenohypophysis, and then the posterior, which is the neurohypophysis. So, yung anterior is responsible for secreting yung growth hormone, prolactin, and so on. And so on and so forth. And yung pituitary naman, yung posterior pituitary naman is responsible for storage lang. Yung mga hormones na nandun ay pinoproduce ng hypothalamus. Yung dalawang hormones is ADH and oxytocin. Tapos, we also discuss about the hypothalamus. Siya naman ang responsible for secreting the inhibiting and releasing hormones. And then, ayun lang, with the interplay of both the hypothalamus and then the target organs and also the pituitary gland, nagkakaroon ng changes sa body natin. Tapos yung secretion and then yung secretion ng hormones is highly regulated ng katawan and yung specifically yung hypothalamus natin.
Well said. That is the gist of what we just did this morning. And I hope you guys understood that and will retain that. Okay? Please retain that dahil kasi maya-maya babalikan yan. Yan, pituitary na yan, and as we go along sa ibang glands, yun ang lalabas na. Okay na? Questions? Okay. See you next week. Have a good day. Good morning, Dr. Balmores.